Welcome back to Tube Nation. This is Mad Dog. This is my second week since I've been here at Prime. All right, but this is the end of my first week in PSD training with my trainer. And just kind of give you a little bit of insight how that works. After you finish your first week at Prime, you do the match assessment, and it's a way to determine whether or not you are a good match with a potential trainer, and it gives them a chance to see if you're a good match with them. So after Prime does the assessment with you, and they plug in the numbers and do what they do, they'll determine who might be a good match for you. And once they determine that, then the trainer will be assigned maybe 2 or 3 trainees to call. All right, when the trainer calls you, pick up the phone, because you don't want to be the one who's sitting there waiting for a call. I mean, your instructors are going to tell you, turn your phones on, keep your phones up, so if they call, you want to pick it up. So when my trainer called, I answered, and we met at the Plaza building, which is one of the buildings here on camp, on the property. And we went into the interview room and we talked. I asked him some questions and he asked me some questions. So it gives you a chance to kind of feel each other out to see if it's a good fit, or if it might be a good match, or if it's potentially going to work out. So we had our little meeting, and then at the end of that meeting, he told me when to be ready and what time he'll pick me up, which was that next day. Now, what you have to remember is different trainers work different ways. All right, my trainer was one that took me out, and we stayed out for the week. Some trainers go out for 2 weeks, and when I say go out, I mean you guys are on the road, you're over the road, going from state to state, place to place to place to place. That's one way. One of my classmates told me their trainer works locally, which means they come and pick the student up in the morning, and then they ride around town, and then at the end of that day, the trainer will bring the trainee back to the campus, and that day is over. And then the next day, he'll come back, or she'll come back and pick up the trainee, and they'll do it again. That's local. So you want to make sure you ask those kind of questions when you're in your when you're in your interview with your trainee, so that you can kind of get an idea as to what kind of riding or what kind of driving you're doing. So, and I'm not taking anything away from any of the trainers or the way they train. It's just their preference. And whatever the program is, you got to go with the flow. So when I guess my experience being over the road, I think was a lot better than someone who didn't have that opportunity, because I was able to experience hills and mountains and fog and raining and all, different skill sets that I would need when I'm out there on my own. If you're just local, you might not get that, or if you're just sort of going in selected areas, you might not get that. And the whole point is to conquer and approach your fears, because if you're trying to avoid it and stay away from it, well, it's not going to help you when you get out there on the road, because when you're on the road, now you got an issue, and the problem is you're out there and you're experiencing things that you didn't do in training, because maybe you tried to stay away from it, or maybe you avoided it. So confront your fears and kind of deal with the situation. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of touch base with you, because I hadn't been doing all the videos that I said I was going to be doing, mainly because I'm extremely tired and I've been really, really busy, and I'm running, we're working long, we're driving long hours, all right, really long hours. But that's the end of my first week with PSD, but my second week here at Prime, all right? Till next time, this is Mad Dog. Like, subscribe, do what you got to do. Contact me. You can send email to rjharmon1@outlook.com. That's rjharmon1@outlook.com. I don't have the Mad Dog email up yet, but I'll put that up. I'll get that set up as soon as possible. All right, thanks for following me. Thanks for liking and subscribe. See ya.